Just Fine's taking his place in the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday for an excited group of owners in my racehorse. He's obviously a very talented horse on his day. He's mixed up his form a little bit this preparation, but going back to his run in the Bart Cummings, it was a really solid win that showed plenty of promise there. I think the key is going to be getting back to Flemington for him. He's unknown at the distance, but if he's had a good grounding going into the race, and as I said, getting back to Flemington is going to be the big key for him. He looks to have trained on nicely. His work's been excellent. Cannot fault the horse. So looking forward to seeing him take his place. Lady of Camelot is racing in the Group 1 Coolmore Stakes for the 3-year-olds. Really important race for them at 3. She was excellent in her last start, 4th in the Everest. I thought the run was full of merit, and she's really come out of that race in great shape. She's travelled down and arrived in good order. She's had a great week leading into the race. I thought she looked particularly well, and her runs at weight for age level this campaign have been excellent. So she's getting back to the 3-year-old division for the first time. I think she'll prove to be very competitive for us. Killcare Beachgirl's on an Oaks campaign, and this is one of the important lead-up races in the Wakeful Stakes for her. She's in great order. Her run over the mile in Melbourne at Caulfield at Flemington was excellent. Then when she stepped up last start to the 2,000 metres, may have just been found wanting there late in the piece. She just wanted to work a little bit keen there through the early stages. I think she's better for that run. She's more conditioned now. She's shown nice improvement. So I think she can really turn the tables again on Saturday. And show she's right on track for an Oaks campaign. Both Lizzie and Dominetta are taking their place in the Group 3 race for the 3-year-old fillies. Lizzie was an excellent winner of the 1,000 Guineas Prelude there last start. She led them up and maintained a nice solid gallop all the way through the line. And gave them plenty to catch. I think she'll appreciate getting out to the mile for the first time. If she can run a similar style of race, she's certainly going to be prove hard to beat. Dominetta's lightly raced, but showing significant improvement each time that she steps out. I thought she looked well on her arrival to Melbourne. She settled in nicely, trained up well, and is open to good improvement off her last start placing in the Reginald Allen. Both Bear on the Loose and Huyamal will be running in the Rosehill Gold Cup. Bear on the Loose is, I feel, been consistent in his preparation. He's been racing well since he's arrived in Australia. And I feel he's open to some good improvement off the back of his last start. He's drawn wide, but he's got good tactical speed and a nice light weight to try and take advantage of that. Huyamal's racing first up here. I think he's going to appreciate the distance of the 2,000 metres. He's no doubt a high-class horse who's got plenty of potential. And I thought he's trialled up really impressive this preparation. The Novelist is racing second up this campaign. I thought he had genuine excuses there first up at Warwick Farm over the 1,000 metres. He was just a little bit run off his feet after being vetted there pre-race, but I think he can really turn the tables here and travel much kinder throughout the 1,100 metre event and show the necessary improvement. I feel Ambassadorial has been racing very well this campaign. Really looking forward to stretching him out in trip and testing him over the 2,000 metres. I think he's ready for it now, this point of his preparation. Just remaining second up at the mile. He's just out sprinted late, but I thought he stuck on very gamely. Horse with plenty of upside and potential, and looks to be well placed here. At Muswellbrook Space Ace, he's ready to break through. He's been very consistent for us. The addition of the blinkers, I think, is going to be a big positive for him, and obviously stretching out slightly in trip, no doubt a step back in grade here. But he's been racing well. He's putting it all together, and certainly plenty of upside with him. Invincible Duchess made a very encouraging debut, and I think she's going to be much better for that experience. She got a little bit far out of her ground there first up, but she was very strong late. With that experience, I'd like to think that she can set a little bit closer in the run, be a bit more prominent, and from there I think she can be very effective because she's certainly taken the necessary improvement in her work. Linear stepping back in grade here, and I think that's going to be a nice step in order just to help her regain her confidence. She's a talented filly with plenty of upside. No doubt she'll be much better for that first up run where she just had to do a little bit of work in running, just left her vulnerable late, but I do think she's open to the necessary improvement. As I said, I think it'll be an important step forward for her. It was a very encouraging run from Coin Toss there last start. He showed the necessary improvement that we're looking to see from him. He's on the quick backup here, which I think no doubt will suit him. The way that he stuck on there last start, I thought was very encouraging. So if he continues to take that further improvement once again, he should prove hard to beat. He stuck on very well. He's had a good week in between runs, so expect him to be very effective. Katoggio returns to the races in what looks to be a nice 3-year-old listed race for him, a good opportunity to capitalise on some black type. I think he didn't necessarily appreciate the conditions there last start. He travelled well and just found himself vulnerable late, but I do think he's open to significant improvement off that. He's better for the run, and feel he's going to put in a real competitive performance here, third up for us. Newfoundland continues to show nice progression this preparation. He's just going from strength to strength off the back of two most recent wins. I think he'll really appreciate the expansive Big Flemington track. He'll also appreciate the step up in trip. He looks to have handled the travel to Melbourne in good order. He's arrived there in good shape and trained on nicely. So I think he's in great shape and expect him to be very competitive for us.